The LISNR Radius Experience app was designed and developed to be a low barrier of entry to introduce new or existing users to a few key foundational blocks of LISNR Radius in a visual and hands-on way. Its main purpose is to showcase how mobile applications integrated with the Radius SDK can deliver exceptional experiences for both merchants and end consumers leveraging our proximity data over audio solution. The Radius mass validation use case within the app allows users to experience a proximity data exchange in a one-to-many fashion, meaning that a single mobility conductor device, driver device, station speaker, or vehicle speaker can transmit a trip ID or defined identifier to multiple end users who have purchased a ticket for seamless, high-velocity ticket validation. This provides an efficient alternative to the traditional one-to-one onboarding process where the data transmission flow is reversed from consumer to merchant to merchant to consumer. Instead of authenticating a mobile boarding pass individually as passengers board the bus, mobility merchants can elect to mass authenticate groups of waiting passengers at stations, stops, or on board the transit vehicle. These locations have an existing speaker infrastructure that are used to announce the arrival times of upcoming trips, but can now be leveraged to enable digital validation of trips as well. This approach reduces dwell time for mobility operators, which in return can reduce the number of vehicles in use, keeps more vehicles in reserve, and cuts down on emissions, all while delivering an improved quality of service. On the merchant side, a media source, whether directly from the merchant side application with the Radius SDK integrated, static tone via merchant environment speaker, or our tone service application programming interface leveraging a media player for dynamic tones, will be required to play the WAV or MP3 tone file containing the trip ID. This use case highlights the scenario when tickets are purchased ahead of the trip and are available in a consumer's digital wallet. However, payment for real-time ticketing can be a component if the merchant provides for third-party integrations for frictionless fare collection as a part of the solution. Staffing for mobility operations are also an important variable, so we will explore both pre-boarding and post-boarding verification scenarios where humans or technology can be leveraged to solve a variety of problems. Before we immerse ourselves in the journey of a passenger traveling using train and bus mass validation, first, let's explore functionality within the Experience app. The roles are check-in speaker and passenger. Each offers a What Should I Test section that highlights the various verification scenarios to explore. We'll assume a trip to Miami on the check-in speaker. The verification results are a successful verification, an incorrect ticket warning, a timeout if the passenger is not in range, and a no-ticket warning. The fourth will be explored in the immersive section of the demonstration. If the passenger's ticket trip ID matches with the received merchant speaker trip ID, the success screen will appear. The color of the star will change every time that will represent the valid trip. If the passenger has selected to verify a ticket that does not match the one selected by the broadcasting check-in speaker, a warning screen will appear instructing them to select the correct ticket. After 10 seconds of listening, if no valid trip ID tone is detected, the screen will time out and request for the passenger to return to the tickets page. Now that you have a high-level understanding of the logic within the Experience app, let's explore these scenarios in an immersive environment. We will explore the journey of a passenger whose end destination is Miami, and will leverage multiple mass validation scenarios to get there. Leaving home, the passenger's first stop is Township, where we will showcase a manual pre-boarding ticket validation from a conductor. The passenger will position themselves in the defined mass validation zone at the station and receive the trip ID from the station speaker. With a valid ticket, the passenger will show the conductor their ticket with the proper color validation to board the train. After arriving in Township and transferring trains, their next stop is Bowling Green, where we will showcase a post-boarding ticket validation from a conductor. Excited that their destination is Miami, they select this option from their digital wallet, but are prompted that they have selected the wrong ticket for this upcoming ride. After selecting the correct trip, the passenger is validated and is able to show this to the conductor as they come to each passenger to validate their ticket. After arriving in Bowling Green and transferring to bus transit, their next and final destination is Miami. In this scenario, we showcase how Radius can be leveraged to remove manual human ticket validation of passengers and enable feedback delivery directly to the driver's device. This can be done leveraging a back-end network communication after the passenger has checked in. The passenger arrives in Miami with no issues and enjoys their time. As they wrap up their time in Miami, the passenger spontaneously decides that they want to take a trip to Houston before they head home. At the moment, the passenger does not have the ticket associated with the verification zone to Houston, so the app will advise them to purchase a ticket before they can be verified and board for this trip. This showcases the no-ticket purchase scenario we outlined at the start of the mass validation overview. To further immerse users in the experiences, the app also comes with a guide to ensure users get the most value possible with detailed instructions and continued definition of our product features. The Radius Experience app combines multiple core LISNR use cases in a singular app interface for simple testing across industries, while still providing enough functional flexibility to open your imagination to how these data flows and experiences can be enabled in your environment and enhance or replace existing proximity-based modalities. The one-to-one based experiences in the app consist of buy online pickup in store or curbside pickup, contactless payment, and mobile ticketing for transit. Alternatively, the one-to-many experiences included are proximity marketing for live events or retail environments, and mass validation for high-velocity ticket validation. Aside from the experience functionality, the visual and audio UI elements across the experiences are intentionally in place to provide various examples of the look and feel of how Radius can be deployed in any environment. Chimes, visual cues, and even haptic feedback can easily be included as elements of what a mobile app experience can look like while transmitting or receiving a tone with LISNR Radius. Unlock all these experiences and more with LISNR Radius, the one solution for all your connected experiences. You can find out more at LISNR.com.